The land of the sheep and the home of the slave. Alright, this is the White Tiger Knight, and I apologize for my regular subscribers. You guys probably don't want to see this. It's just a rant about, the land of the sheep and the home of the slave. So, I'm just sick and tired of fucking hearing people talk about this shit, claiming this is the land of the free and the home of the brave. Okay? Yeah, it possibly was a couple hundred years ago, but right now, it's the land of the sheep and the home of the slave. Read the 14th Amendment. How many of you guys, or anybody watching or listening even, knows what the 14th Amendment says? And I'm going to try to, I guess I could post it up here, but we'll see about doing that in a sec. Anyway, getting back on the First Amendment, actually, which I'm trying to express here, that's restricted in many places, okay? Just go down to the First Amendment. I mean, free speech zones, you can't even protest when the president is around. I mean, how does that make any sense? That's completely retarded. I mean, you can't even protest in the Capitol or anything. I mean, if you wind up in the Capitol, get stuck on the bollards, your ass is shot in the back of the head with your kid behind you. I mean, shit's crazy. And anyway, going back to the first picture there, if you're a woman driving in a blue car in Los Angeles, you're liable to get shot in the back of the fucking head. I mean, that is not freedom, okay? You can't call that the land of the free and the home of the brave. You can't call the land of the free and the home of the brave a place where Congress and the government has less than a 30% approval rating on the best days, and potentially a 15% approval rating overall. So I mean, that is not freedom. That is not representation of the people. And again, read the 14th Amendment. You're a slave at birth. Your parents sign you into freaking corporate slavery at birth via social security number and birth certificate. So I mean, you are a corporate entity. I mean, look at your name; it's all capital letters. And in legal sense, you're basically a corporate entity. In the eyes of the law. So that's how they use corporate law or whatever to get around common law. That just says you're a man and you're free. So I mean, even the Constitution of the United States, which was originally written, has been changed, and it was changed in the Act of 1871, and basically they made it a corporation, and the federal government is a corporation that has departments. That's why they have Department of Homeland Security. That's why they have all the departments, Department of Agriculture, and everything else. So they operate as a corporate entity, and you are basically a subject of that corporation. You're actually a corporation yourself. I mean, your name. I mean, you can, basically, I think, try to unincorporate. But right now, if you're operating under current standards with your life and everything else, you're a corporate entity. And just look it up. Don't be an idiot. And again, I apologize for certain subscribers. I mean, this is not aimed at you, but most people that want to claim that this is freedom are fucking retarded. I mean, you're living under a fascist state that basically just does what they want with you. I mean, you have privileges. I mean, think about the right to travel. When you have the right to free travel in the Constitution, now it's a privilege that's given to you because you own a vehicle. And it's retarded to think you didn't have a horse-drawn buggy or some shit back in the day. They have vehicles. I mean, give me a fucking break. Just because it doesn't have a motor engine, it's retarded. And if you get caught driving, they'll just rip you out the fucking vehicle. They'll fucking, do DUI tests on you, lock you up for however long they want. I mean, especially if you have a concealed weapon. If you have a weapon in your car, oh my God. I've been pulled over before they find a weapon and put you under arrest automatically. Confiscated my weapon for over a year. I had to go back to the goddamn police station and get it back from them because, again, they had no reason to fucking take it. So you basically have to forcibly take your rights and your liberties from this corporation. So if you want to be free, then you have to basically forcibly exert yourself and forcibly exert your freedom against this corporate entity. So, That's possible, I think, in the courts, and I think it's possible doing, again, legal. Again, I'm not advocating any violent protests or anything, but again, just all legal means, and I think through the court system and legal means you can become a more free individual. But you have to understand that we're not living in a free country. We're not living under anything that the Founding Fathers would have even considered at any moment an inkling of freedom. So don't fucking kid yourself and don't lie to people. I'm talking mainly about big channels that get on their high horse talking about freedom, land of the brave, land of the free, home of the brave, all this nonsense. Especially military people now. I have a lot of family members that have been in the military for many, many years, and I basically grew up on a military base, but that shit is horrible. They own your complete body. They own everything about you. You sacrifice every single freedom that is afforded to you in the Constitution, and you willingly sign it away to them, and they own you. They can do experiments on you unwillingly, unknowingly, and they have in the past. Look it up. It's just ridiculous. So if you're in the military, you are even more of a slave to the corporation. And again, you don't serve the Constitution. You serve the corporation. So I wish that people would serve more of the Constitution and less of the corporation. And I think through legal means and peaceable ways, I think that we can attain that. Peace out.